It is no doubt that we are living in unprecedented times, and you know they are unprecedented times because of the unprecedented number of times people have called them unprecedented times. But by now, we're already settling into the next normal. That also means that we have to find a way to stay engaged, productive, and sane in this new mode of work. Here at Humor That Works, we've gone from traveling all around the world to deliver events to now traveling all around different virtual platforms. Since March of 2020, we've done over 150 virtual programs for clients ranging from Microsoft, IBM, the United Nations, Oxford University, and Simon Sinek's classroom. And for audiences all over the world with participants from more than 50 countries and 6 continents. We know that now, more than ever, employees are in desperate need of content that is engaging, inspiring, and uplifting, no matter how it's delivered. At the same time, the thought of a standard virtual meeting feels far from inspirational. Most people equate virtual to those boring webinars where people read slides to you in a monotonous voice. They're used to poorly framed camera angles where people do what I call the turtle, where it's like way too much headroom, or the Batman, where it's just the bottom half of their face, or how many times are people going to accidentally mute themselves while talking? If we're being perfectly honest, it makes us miss in-person events. The togetherness you feel, the energy from the audience, the hallway conversations, and of course the dessert table. That's why we've created virtual programs that are compelling, effective, and actually fun. Because virtual, when done right, still has the power to inspire and transform. I mean, I even got married as part of a virtual hybrid experience. That's right, I used Wi-Fi to marry my wifey. But don't just believe us, ask our clients.
We hired Andrew to speak for about 150 folks at our annual conference in 2019. It was so impressive, and he engaged so well with our audience that we brought him back for our virtual conference last year in November of 2020. And again, he was super well received. People just love his style, they love his engagement. They feel comfortable with him. We've already been asked to bring him back again this year, which is an unspoken rule that we certainly never bring a speaker back 2 years in a row, let alone 3 years in a row. But I don't think it gets any better when people keep demanding that you bring Andrew back to speak.
All of our programs are entertaining. As Jerry Seinfeld said, there's no such thing as an attention span, only boring content. We know that once you get people laughing, they are listening, and that is especially true in a remote environment. They're also interactive. If people wanted a passive experience, they could sit on their couch and watch TED Talks or Netflix instead. Everything you're seeing here is possible in our virtual delivery, including picture-in-picture, seamless transitions, and interaction using the chat, video spotlight view, and simple activities the participants actually enjoy. And finally, they're all customized. While people laugh and learn throughout our program, our primary goal is to help them take action. That's why we customize every event so that it's fun, but more importantly, effective. Life is too short and work is too stressful for boring professional development. With enough strategic focus, we can hopefully bring back those precedented times. If you agree that your team could use some levity and inspiration, let's talk.